Hey, what's going on, guys? Xiangqi PGN here. So I keep working on my Xiangqi Stockfish variant. So let's probably start with demonstrating what I came up with so far, and then just go on writing some code and preparing for importing the search routine. Well, the parts of the search routine to make engine actually start searching finally. Okay, so let's build, and okay, so the first thing to consider, now a hash key is getting generated. So in position.h I now have, I did have this hash key, did I? Yeah, so I've created my custom one. I've deleted the one that was used initially, or probably it wasn't even in the position. Well, I don't remember how it was in the original Stockfish, to be honest. It's really all different now. But anyway, we have two interface functions to get the key and to generate the key. So maybe not the most perfect names for methods, but anyway. So yeah, there is a routine to generate that. Control F, generate hash key. So it's quite pretty simple, and it relies on the built-in pseudo-random number generator that so here where we do initialize our position, we actually initialize this arrays for Zobrist keys lookups, basically to XOR with the current p-square pairs, basically. And here within the MISC there was pseudo-random number generator, and no, probably not here. Yeah, here it is. Here is the class to actually generate those 64-bit random numbers. I've dropped the support for cuckoo tables because I'm not going to be having that complicated hash table as Stockfish did. So it would be much easier. Well, this at the moment, so I'm not worried about hash collisions at the moment, just for simplicity, basically. Okay, and yeah, it still feels like lots of unnecessary stuff left after getting the Stockfish. Okay, so what else? I've also added the perf is still on the cards, obviously, so we can search for whatever number of for perf whatever depth. Sorry. And now also the move validation for position start pause is on the cards. It doesn't make sense in terms of I don't even have the GUI to test that, because my GUI actually only relies on FEN string. But anyway, so we say position start pause moves, and let's say H2 to E2, and make the move, and you see like the cannon has moved from here to here, and let's say, and by the way, the hash key has changed as well, so just to compare it, so position start pause. So see, like the hash key for initial position is different from the hash key for this one, obviously. I do have the incremental updates for hash keys, so do move here I'm hashing the pieces within the make move. Also, I do store the hash key into the repetition table, and one of the first things to be considered is actually to write a routine to detect the repetition and to clear the repetition table. Okay, sorry, my little kitten is trying to, it's not that little already, by the way. Say hi to my subscribers. So I thought she was a girl, but eventually turned out he's a boy. I'm not going to be showing you his balls to the camera, but trust me. So initially this was by Hua, but it turned out to be a Fei Han. So now we call him Fei Han. Okay, now go play somewhere, okay? Sorry, guys. So, yeah. And actually whatever number of moves can be used there, so say position, start, pause, moves. If I do some crap move, it's not gonna be accepted because it's illegal, so I have a move validation now, like it should be in UCI mode obviously. So say we move this cannon here and then this cannon captures this knight, so this would be position, start, pause, moves, and h2 goes to e2 and b7 takes b0. And let's have a look at the position. So it's like this cannon has moved and this cannon has captured the knight. Okay, so this is how it works at the moment, and probably one of the main reasons why actually I did make support for this, even though I can hardly believe this would be used by the GUI one day, because we don't actually have GUIs supporting UCI protocol that can be used in English at very least. At least I'm not aware of those. So Winboard uses its own protocol, and if we go for UCI to Winboard adapter, then it simply interacts via FE and it's not using position, start, pause anyway. So, but the way I'm gonna be testing this, so just for to manually move the pieces on board and then testing for repetitions within the repetition table. So probably we should start by creating two methods. So the first one is to get the repetitions, and the second one is to reset the repetition table, and it shouldn't be done in the parse FEN like I did in my previous engines, because when we interact via FEN strings instead of position, start, pause, it makes the engine forget about the state of game, which is not really that good, and that's bad for repetitions. So we should reserve repetitions on UCI new game command. Okay, anyway, one more little thing. So I used this 1000 for the size, but I think it would be fairly enough to use this max moves, because I think in CNC this should be enough really. And also just using a constant is a better thing. And let's provide a couple of methods. So the first one to detect repetition would be called isRepetition. So let's do it within the search part, I believe. So let's make it first. So this would be boolean isRepetition, and I'm sorry. Yeah, by the way, I needed to also change this one. Okay, sorry guys. I'm sorry, because just complete live code in here. I just want to make this one a square attack like this. Now will give me tons of errors, but save square attacked. So I just forgot to do that earlier. Just to fit Stockfish's coding style at least a little bit. Okay, come on, no errors. Can be so damn great. Okay, scope perfect. Still everything is working. Fantastic. This is really fantastic. Okay, so isRepetition, and I think this might be constant just to keep it within the position.h file. And just to make sure that I still just want to reuse my existing function for this purpose, so Wukong CNC and source. So is repetition. It's a very simple method basically. So we just loop over all the So if it is equal to the current hash key, we return 1. Yeah. So just wanted to check that out. Yeah. So let's go and implement this. Bool is repetition, and where to place this hash key. Let's place it somewhere here. So let's say repetition detection, and this would be inline bool position is repetition. It's not taking any arguments, and return false by default. Yeah, let's try to compile and run to make sure any, this guy's, this should be constant. No, hold on a sec. Yeah, this should be constant. Okay, now I can say simply, so for, can I use integer? I think so. So int e index equals to 0, index is less than max moves. Maybe max moves plus 1, but for now this is fairly enough. Plus I, and I can say if repetition table indexed by I is equal to the hash key. So hash key should be visible here within the class method itself. So in this case, I want to return true. So here we do detect the repetition, and here we don't. Okay, quit. And also, just for debugging purpose, okay, hold on a second. What the heck is going on? Comparison between signed and unsigned. Oh, hold on a sec. So I need to change the type for repetition table. Repetition table. So it's not integer, it should be, well, actually this should be key, because it would consist of keys, which correlates with the type unsigned integer, 64-bit unsigned integer. Okay, now this seems to be just fine. Okay, so didn't break anything, hopefully. Yeah. Okay, so now within the print board routine, it's not here. Within the print board routine, I also want to, by the way, there is an important update on search ply. So now the search ply is the part of the position class, not of state info, not of stack class as it was, not of the stack class or structure, I'm not sure, as it was in Stockfish originally. And now I also do reset this in UCI when, just to quickly show you this. So when we have this moves, so I do reset the search ply. So you see, like, if I do this position start pause, search ply is still equal to 0. So let's say position start pause moves, and let's say h2 e2 b7 b0, and print. You see, like, game ply is equal to 2, but search ply is equal to 1. However, here within do move, we do have this incremented the search ply, and we actually do this move here. So Where is that? So we doing moves here, and this does increment the search ply as well, so we need to reset this after. Now, this is not the best ever way of doing things, but at least it works as it should be. Okay, and what else? What else? Yeah, this is it. This is kind of it. So let's go for... I just want to print here. I want to print is repetition. Let's say just repetitions like this, and pause that is repetition. Okay, and the new line after. So I'm not sure if this is gonna be printing 0 or false. We'll see. Yeah, just prints 0. Okay, so let's say if it's equal to false, then I want to print false, or let's say true. Print true, otherwise print false. Yeah, this is the way, as Mandalorian said. Okay, so... Oh, sorry guys, sorry. So obviously this is the string as well. Okay. Yeah, repetition's false. And also I need to implement is repetition. I want to have the void reset repetitions, and this one would be in position CPP. Copy. Yeah, let's make it before, well, maybe after do null move. Well, in this case, let's put them after. I'm still very new to C++. I have no idea what's the proper way of doing this layout for code. But anyway, so let's go for do null. They're empty as well, so here we want to reset repetition table, and I say void. I can actually print so position namespace reset repetitions, and I want to say for max moves, I less than max moves plus increment I, and I just want to say repetition table indexed by I equals to 0. Okay, this should be it. One more little thing. Well, let's just go for compiling. But I just want to have a quick look at is repetition. So yeah, I do return the first occurrence. Okay, perfect. Okay. Quit. And one more thing. When the UCI new game comes, I just want to see where the UCI new game occurs. So only search clear happens here. Well, at the moment we're not clearing the search. Well, actually that's probably just a blank placeholder. So for now, just for now, I want to say position dot reset repetitions, like this. So we could make sure that we do reset the repetitions before when having the UCI new game command. Okay, so anyway, let's start with. So I just want to move cannons back and forth, and when the repetition occurs, it should be when the hash key happens again, it should return the repetition equals to true. So let's say position start pause and moves, and H2 goes to E2, and then I want this H7 goes to E7, H7 goes to E7. Then I want to move it back, so this would be E2 goes to H2 and E7 goes to H7 back, and this already should be the repeated position. So well, let me just grab this line. So after this, copy. Yeah, we have the repetitions equal to true. Brilliant. Okay, and it was just a UCI new game. Now we have the repetitions back to false. Okay, so at very least it seems like it should be working. Yeah, and I think that from now on we can actually go for a search routine. Okay guys, so I just stopped this video here, and starting from the next one, then I'm gonna be start making just live coding just right in the moment. We'll finally start implementing the search. This would be hopefully the most exciting part of the entire series. So this is it from my side. Thanks for watching. Until the next time, and take care.